I'm really glad that you brought up the concept of passion, because the energy around our sacral is synonymous with our passion and our emotional expression.
Yeah.
Has there been anything that stopped you from even accessing this gift and being able to express your emotions? And if so, what do you do about it?
Well, I think in terms of accessing the passion, I think if you can turn it off almost. It's almost like, I think it's very easy for us to get stuck in our heads and get stuck in, we were saying earlier that we didn't like the word busyness, but I think a lot of that can stop the passion. I think there's so many women in particular that I talk to, because I mainly work with women. I don't know how that's happened, but that's been the way it is.
You and me both.
yeah, it's my natural calling, I think. But I feel like either a lot of people have either been brought up to believe that passion is a luxury, and it's something that's a bit of a waste of time. Like, you really shouldn't be, over there playing around on the piano when you've got all this work to do, or you should take that time out to go, and swim with dolphins or whatever it is. I mean, our passion can be so different for each of us, I believe. And I think that's what I've learned. So many people, or what I've witnessed in others, is that so many people, it's just not been given enough of a priority. It's just not. And in blocking that, I almost feel like there's a big black cape that gets wrapped around it. It's not that it goes away. It's just that it's like, we'll wrap it up and put it over there because it's not important. And then it's like a deadness that starts to happen, It's kind of like...
In shamanic societies, they talk about that. A part of your soul dies when that happens.
Yeah. And I really believe that. It's like, for me, I know, because with me, I need to dance. It's a given. And yet, even doing what I do, knowing what I know, sometimes I will go, a week, because I'm busy, because I'm running a business. I have 2 small children. There is so much going on in my life, and it's one of those things. And it's like, by the end of that week, I will just be... stressed, rigid physically, everything's popping out in the wrong places. And then I'll finally dance, and it's like I've been underwater and finally come up for breath. And it's like, what was I thinking? That is passion that you've got. We all have this thing, and it's so different. I know I've got friends, it's cooking. They need to get in that kitchen and do that thing. And then it's like, I've got a girlfriend who I was staying at her house, and we drove in. We've been out and we drove in, and she hadn't even closed the car door. She ran in, and I thought, okay, and I got the kids out, and we went in. She was baking. She hadn't even stopped to close the car door. She just needed to bake. And it was like...
to channel her energy.
She did, it's sort of like, and I think finding that, and so I think some of us know what that is, and it's a matter of actually prioritizing it, actually putting it right up there with hygiene and, eating and making time, even if it's a small amount of time. Then there's other people that I think it's been buried for so long, and it's so far gone. I've got another friend who says, I really don't even know what it is. I really don't know what it is. And I think that's where it's really important to go digging, And I've found in working with people that it's really, you go back to childhood. It's what were you really passionate about as a child? What lit you up as a child? What did you naturally get drawn to? What was the magic in childhood? Or a bookstore, when you go in, where are you naturally drawn to? Like, I go straight to self-help, straight to spirituality, whereas I've got friends that go straight to cooking, or, straight to the art section or whatever. So looking for those signs and those clues to actually really discover it and reignite it in your life, because it's the fuel. It's literally the fuel, I think, that gives us the energy to start to light up and then do all these other amazing things and take that out there. It's not a waste of time. And I think, so many of us, unfortunately, have been brought up to believe that. So it's that conditioning that we have to lose as well. Yes. But it's very sacral. It's very, very sacred energy. Yes. Yeah.